Department of Botany, Elementary High School, Kolkata. Today I am going to explain 12th standard, 7th unit, chapter 2, classical genetics. First of all, you have known about the concept map of classical genetics. The first one, genetics. It is divided into 4 types: transmission genetics, molecular genetics, population genetics, and last one, quantitative genetics. And then we have detailedly discussed about transmission genetics. These transmission genetics further divided into 2 types: heredity, variation, and then variation divided heredity and variation. Now I am going to explain first heredity. This heredity further divided into 3 types: metabolism, gene interaction, extra chromosomal inheritance. Metabolism further divided into law of Mendel, monohybrid grass and dihybrid grass. And then gene interaction divided into 2 types: intragenic, intergenic. Intragenic include incomplete dominance, codominance, lethality, pleiotropy, and intergenic include dominant epistatic and polygenic inheritance. And then the last one, extra chromosomal inheritance, further divided into 2 types: chloroplast inheritance and mitochondrial inheritance. And then variation divided into 2 types: continuous variation and discontinuous variation. I am going to explain transmission genetics. First, you have known what is genetics. It is described into the 3 points. The points number 1, branch of biological science, and points number 2, mechanisms of transmissions of characters from parents to offspring, and points number 3, constancy of a species generation to generation and variation among individual within the species is called as genetics. So the first points is biological science, you know it. And then second one, mechanisms of transmissions of characters from parents to offspring means what? Parental characters like plants having various parts like a root, a stem, a leaf, flower, fruit. So these characters are transferred from the parents to offspring. And then third one, these characters transfer from species to species, constancy. Variation among individual within the species. So parental characters transfer from generation to generation. Certain type of variation occurs. That type of variation helps to survival fittest of the environment. And then genetics divided into 3 types. The types 1 is transmission genetics or classical genetics, and then type 2 molecular genetics, and type 3 population genetics. First, you have known transmission genetics. These transmission genetics deals with the transmissions of gene from parents to offspring. Which type of gene transfer from the parents to offspring? Which type of characters from parents to offspring? Which type of characters synthesizing gene from parents to offspring deals transmission genetics. And then which type of transfer occurs in transmission genetics? The genes transfer into the vertical gene transfer. Vertical gene transfer occurs in transmission genetics. For example, both parents, male and female parents. The male parents having 46 chromosome and then female parents having same 46 chromosome. The both parents contribute 23 pairs of chromosome, obtain offspring like a daughter. So daughter is having 46 chromosome. So these chromosomes, these 46 chromosomes obtained from the both parents. Both parents contribute 50% of genes. These genes how to transfer from parents to offspring, the vertical gene transfer. And then second type is molecular gene transfer. It is deals structure and functions of gene at molecular level. For example, this structure is helps to describe the molecular genetics, like ATP having 3 molecule. The molecule number 1 is nitrogen base, molecule number 2 is bendose sugar or 5 carbon sugar, and then molecules 3 phosphate group. These 3 type of molecule changes take place any one type of molecule out of 3 characters, parental characters may be lost. So this type of mechanism deals with the help of molecular genetics. And then third one, population genetics. These genetics deal heredity in group of individual, for traits which is determined by a few gene. It deals heredity in group of individual. Deals heredity. Heredity means what? Parambaryam. In group of individual for traits which is determined by a few genes. And then genetics differences within and between the population. These 2 points described into the population genetics. And then for example, this is A is a species. These species forming into the population, the few genes having any changes. So this is a few genes having changes. These changes means what? Is nothing but variation. So the variation, this type is no variation is initiated, but this type is variation is initiated. So the population genetics, 3 type of generation with the help of variation either present or absent into the particular group of population. So the first one is variation is not occurs, and then second one is variation is present. So and then another one points you have learned, the transmission genetics. These transmission genetics, who is the founder of the transmission genetics or classical genetics? Hereditary behavior of 7 genes by Gregor Mendel is the founder. The first transmission genetics introduced by Gregor Mendel using the 7 characters synthesizing genes from the bee plants, garden bee or sweet bee plants. Okay student, we will meet again. Thank you.